Halloween from 702 Sports. Yeah! Oh! Who's that?
Hi, Al. I'm Megan. All grown up.
702 Sports, jump on the show! Thank you for tuning in to 702 Sports. Produced and created by Creation for Cause. Proudly supported by Best Buddies. And now, I like to tell you, we are at Horse Trailer Hideout. Located right off of Main Street between Wyoming and Utah. With proud owner Marissa and her great husband Dane, who is not here right now. He's on location somewhere. But here it is. The champion of the year party was here. For people who don't know, Riley, champion of the year from Best Buddies, had her 21st birthday here. And the beautiful thing about it was 100% of proceeds went to Best Buddies, where inclusion is the seed of love, because no one gets left out. Remember that, America. Now, here today with what? Willie. What season is? Oh my gosh, Willie grew meat on top of his bones. Oh my gosh, it is the season. Willie, how you doing today?
Al, I'm over here, Al. You didn't even notice my costume. Oh man, Mike, get out of here. That's not fair. Get out of here, Mike.
TV play.
Where's Marlos? Bring Marlos in.
Marlos in here.
Oh man, I never get my moment the way I want it. Thanks, Marlos.
In the house, people.
Word. Say what's up, man? Count Dracula?
Thank you. And we have Faison grabbing the mic. Passing one over to my main man, Marlos. We're just going to go and start off with a quick recap, real quick, over the NFL games that was quite shocking. When, Marlos, have you seen the Ravens have a game like they had? Seemed like Ray Lewis was out there, right?
Ray Lewis was out there, Terrell Suggs, the whole gang. The whole gang was out there this past weekend, bro. It was crazy.
They were out there. The score was 38-6. Ravens ain't scored 38 points in 3 years. You know, and Faison, what do you think about that game? Was that a great game?
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad from the beginning.
From the beginning to the end. Now, the really big upset that really took my pockets and tapped them to the end, as well as everybody else, was the Bills the Patriots upsetting the Buffalo Bills.
Oh, yeah.
That was incredible. 25-29.
Look, but Al, listen, if you look at the whole NFL schedule this past Sunday, it was major upsets across the board.
Major
upsets.
Major upsets. Another upset that really wasn't an upset, but it caught everybody by surprise, was the Steelers beating the Rams in SoFi Stadium 24-17. That was a shocker.
Yeah, that
was a shocker. And quiet as kept, the Steelers are 4-2 on the year. So they ain't playing that bad.
Nobody is talking about the Steelers, though.
Exactly. You hit that right on the dot. And the last game I want to recap real quick in the NFL, because that might, moving forward, might have some interest to some people, was the Eagles beat the Dolphins. Remember we talked about that Lambeau team, the Dolphins?
Oh, yeah.
They put up 50 on you, let alone going 80 miles an hour. This team, the Dolphins, lost to the Eagles, but that was a bounce back game for the Eagles, and the Eagles were at home, and they get real crazy at the league, does it not?
Oh, yeah.
And the Eagles bounced back and won 31-17. But here's the skinny. check on Jalen Hurts' knee injury. He hurt his knee in the game, but he came back and played the game. He says it's okay, right? But we just like to see during the week what the MRI says.
Well, I remember last week you said something about the Dolphins and the Ferrari. The tires were flat, bro.
Tires were flat.
The tires were flat, bro.
They scored, I think, a season low 17 points.
Oh, yes.
17 points.
The comeback kids came up short.
But one thing in the NFL, I was talking over to my coworker, and I want to run this down to my main man Marlos Faison. There is no parity this year in the NFL. There's no parity right now. When you're getting teams like last week, we talked about the Niners have lost 2 in a row, right? They lost Monday night. They lost the week before that. Niners was that sexy girl at the prom I told you, right? She in the back seat of the Ford now. She ain't even in the prom.
She's at the bottom of the barrel right now. If they lose 3 in a row, it's gonna be problems in San Francisco.
Problems, you know what I'm saying? And here it is. So we have Niners losing, the Eagles, playing like a little inconsistent, but it's just no parity in the NFL right now. So be careful with your wallets when it's about betting on this NFL. Just play it cautious.
But Al, let me jump in right quick.
Go ahead.
He's saying there's no parity, but the main, you just look at it, the only thing we can really trust right now is Pat Mahomes and Kelsey. That's the only thing we can trust. Everybody else cannot trust. We can trust those guys.
You're right about that. I got Patrick Mahomes on my fantasy league, and guess what? I'm 5-2. Finally, out of 3 years of fantasy football, I'm in first place right now. First place right now. 7 jerks in the squirt. That's our fantasy league.
I'm so proud of you, Al.
That's our
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, Olivia. Let me go. Almost bitches.
I
Halloween.
hope Al's
Watch out.
wife doesn't get mad for that kiss one more. Mwah! I'm so excited.
So let's go to. Oh, I got to recap the Aces. We talked about the Aces, did we not? How that was a big game.
You called that one out.
That was a game that took everybody by storm. By storm. Go Aces, go. And guess who got MVP? Asia. Asia got MVP. She didn't get MVP for the league. She got MVP for the finals. You know what I mean? And that was incredible. Dude, that was incredible. So like we said, the roads of glory, guess what? Check. Microphone check one. Check one. Aces back to back. And now we going for the Knights, who guess what? They're 7-0. 7-0. And we're healthy.
What about the third level?
The third level is the Raiders.
Yeah.
And Faison, us being from Chicago, let's apologize to our hometown.
You guys.
I thought about
We got
it.
tricked.
We got tricked, but you know what though? It's a treat for our hometown Bears, right? That we, Faison, and we must agree on that one. We will not talk bad about the Bears for the rest of the year.
There we go. Good job,
my
guys.
cousin Chris, who out there, please, I'm saying something good right now, okay? I'm not saying nothing bad about the Bears. You know, we grew up on Green Street, 63rd and Halsey, right? So, big ups to the Bears in the Windy City. So, another thing we want to recap real quick is the MLB playoffs. The playoffs, where we talked about
Spicy.
Talked about the Snakes, right?
Spicy.
Oh, yeah.
Talked about the Diamondbacks.
It's spicy.
And to me, the Diamondbacks, I like the Phillies. I like the fighting Phillies. I will continue to like the Phillies. The Diamondbacks got them. But the key thing is this, as watching the game. The last 2 games, fellas, the Phillies only scored 3 runs in Game 6 and Game 7 combined. When no one's winning Game 6 and Game 7 when you're only scoring 3 runs in 2 games. So, and we all knew Arizona was throwing straight bullpen, right? Bullpen. But for the Phillies, who can hit home runs, and they hit home runs inside of their ballpark, right? That here it is, they just went ice cold, right? So I'm not gonna say anything. I seen Kyle Schwarber's expression. Kyle Schwarber's already a MLB champion with the Chicago Cubs, right? That he knows when he left the dugout that, hey, you know what? for all Philly fans out there, I'm gonna say one thing. You were in the World Series 2 years ago. You were one game from the World Series this year. You have a lot to keep your head up about. That's it. That's it. That's it. Expectations are big for you guys next year. So, Philly fan, big ups, right? Eagles are hot. You guys got champions right next door, right, with the Eagles. So that's going to be good right there. Game 1 is Friday. Now, going over to Texas now. The Astros are out, fellas.
Yeah.
You sound excited about the Astros being out. Why is
The
that?
Astros are out because we got some new blood. Yeah. We got some new blood now. It's called the Texas Rangers. The Rangers are in, and they beat the Astros 4-3. They outslugged them, out-hit them, and what's crazy, Astros got a really good back end of the bullpen, right?
Right.
They tore that up. Adolis Garcia.
Garcia's the truth, bro.
Garcia,
He's the
true.
truth. He's the truth.
The truth. After he hit a 3-run home run, right, in Game 6, right, and then came around and was hitting people left and right coming home in Game 7. So remember the name, Adolis Garcia for the Texas Rangers. Key plug, because Corey Seager was pretty cold for the Rangers.
Right.
Right, and Marcus Simeon was ice cold.
Ice cold.
Ice cold for the Rangers. You know what I mean?
And there's one thing that I didn't hear during the game. No banging on trash cans.
No banging on trash cans for the Astros, giving away signals. You know what I mean? So
You're trying to win if you're not cheating. That's what you're saying. You're not trying to win if you're not cheating.
can't try and win without cheating. So now we're gonna go to. We did the VGK. Let's go to the sport we like the most, right? NCAA. NCAA. Ba, 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 Now,
Go blue.
that is the Go Blue Michigan Wolverine fight song. And Michigan is taking no prisoners. They're undefeated. And they're in the top 3. Top 3. Can this team get to the national championship?
They're looking like they're gonna take it off.
But Al, keep in mind they got caught recently with this little scandal. They got a scandal with the stealing signs. You about that little stealing? Yeah. So
Right.
Oh, we got more cheaters. Okay, I'm sorry. We got more cheaters.
We go recap 2 more games because I want to bring in the lovely owner, Marissa, of this establishment. Look at this wall here. Look at this wall. It's got the turntable. Who is a DJ if you can't scratch? Who is an MC if you can't rap? That's the song back in '85. Look at this. Look at this right here, this beautiful place. We got Knights. Knights in the house. VGK 7-0. Woo, 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 woo. You will be seeing Big Al at a Knights game in about 2 weeks. 2 weeks. So look, let's just do these 2 games real quick. Another upset. Utah, who we talked about. What they do, fellas?
what'd I tell you? What'd I tell you?
Did
What'd I
say
tell you
that.
guys?
Did
About
say
that
that.
defense? What'd I tell you about the defense?
And the defense was good. I mean, they gave up 32, but guess what though? 34-32. They were an underdog too. Can we get it? The dog bark for them? Utah knocked off Colorado, right? Utah beat USC 34-32. Didn't we have that over?
Yeah, we did.
Said grips of points.
Right.
Grips of points because USC defense isn't that good. Now, let's talk about the primetime game. Last game recap. Ohio State ready for Michigan. Ready. And they waiting. They beat Penn State. We said Ohio State was a mortgage maker, right? Could have had the mortgage paid already, y'all. 20-12. And Ohio State was only -4.5. Talk about it. Let's talk about it.
I think the game was too big for Penn State, bro. Like they was playing like they were a little tight, you know.
You were. They were tight.
I think the game was too big for them, bro.
They were real tight. I wanted to throw some WD-40 in the screen for them, right? Just to loosen them up. So look, I got some other gems for you, but right now I just got to get this beautiful woman in here, Marissa. Please come into the set. Come to us.
Marissa.
Try.
Thank you so much.
With it, a fluffy cowboy.
Fluffy cowboy. Look at this delicious.
Yep.
Oh my.
Mexican mule for you.
Oh my
Let me
god.
get-
Let's give Marissa a chair.
Yeah.
Yes, let's
Give her a chair.
Oh, she's got a bench. Let's get her light out of this space. And then,
Let's get a sip. Let's toast.
wait. Let's get this lovely lady her microphone.
More for you.
It's cool. I'll get it later.
Yeah, I'll get you one. Don't you worry.
All right, thanks so much, guys. Thanks for having me. Now, the cocktails I brought for these guys over here, the Fluffy Cowboy, it's a beach coconut whiskey along with some pineapple juice and some
delicious.
toasted marshmallow syrup. Yeah, that's a little toasted marshmallow on top. And then that Mexican mule over there is a Gran Centenario tequila that we infuse with hibiscus flower.
Hey, that looks good. Is all right?
Ooh.
Jalapeno, fresh mint.
Yeah, baby. Very delicious. Very delicious.
Yeah, we're actually redoing our specialty cocktails coming up for First Friday. If you guys are out and about and you want to try some more, we'll have our new recipes launched this coming up like in 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're ready.
Left my man breathless. I need another sip. So what made you, Miss Marissa, want to get this establishment and get set up? And how long have you been here?
So a little background, me, my husband, and then our business partner Arturo actually started this concept about 5 years ago. It was kind of a dream for us. We're bartenders from the industry. So when we started this concept, our business partner Arturo is still currently working in the industry, like at the bars as we speak. But my husband and I, he had kind of a health scare. I was like, and I'm sure y'all can kind of relate to that, to people that have had it. It changes your mindset a little bit on what you find important and valuable in your life. And he ended up telling me, so cheesy, he told me that he wanted to spend every day with me, and he regretted not being able to spend more time.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
Sold our house, dived and put everything that we had in here. Our business partner put a big chunk of his own finance and kind of trusted us in our dream, and we ended up buying our first horse trailer, which is parked out front, and we started doing a alcohol liquor catering business. And our timing was perfect. It was October 2019 when we launched, right before COVID. So we ended up shutting down shortly afterwards, and we ended up having to reinvest a lot of our money, and we decided to brick and mortar and open up our own bar because we couldn't have anyone book us. So we're like, well, why don't we just book ourselves?
Great.
And we ended up opening April, it's gonna be 3 years ago this coming up April that we've been open.
That's
So
beautiful.
yeah, we're very thankful. We've had a big support and a big wave, and the Arts District is incredibly supportive. So we've been really lucky, and we're super thankful.
That's inclusion. Make it strong.
Absolutely.
And I want to thank you again, Marissa, for including us here. I will be tending, me and my friends, we'll be coming here because it's so warm and it's beautiful, just like the coffee shop last week, remember? Very warm. And me being out here since 1978, I kind of felt like, once I was moving on up like the Jeffersons, I thought like downtown was kind of, you know what I mean? But I don't want to get emotional, America. I got too much makeup on. But I just being here for so long and meeting the people here, by being here for so long and meeting the people here, like yourself and Alex from the coffee shop, right? Big ups to Alex at Coffee Parlor, right? And Brett Rainey, with Stallone's. People care. People care. My mother always raised me. I'm a city boy, right? Life don't owe you nothing but this air that we breathe. But guess what? This is a new time, and I'm starting to see people care. That's inclusion in my heart and my soul. Like my lovely producer Anise put this platform on, and I'm gonna meet two beautiful gentlemen in a minute, Harry Mong III and Paul Brooks, who they care, right? And they'll be on the show. But Marissa, I just want to give you a hug right now because the spirit is just coming out of me. This love is coming out of me. Thank you. Thank you so much, Miss Marissa. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's all count.
I have something to say, Al. Didn't Horse Trailer Hideout do the Champion of the Year party for Riley last year for her 21st?
Yes, we spoke on that.
Oh my gosh,
Where
tell
were
us
you,
more.
Olivia?
I want to hear more, Al.
Want to hear more? Well, that was a great birthday party. I wasn't there, but Anise told me about it. There was all types of festivities. Riley's 21st. Who cannot forget their 21st birthday? But since I wasn't here, I'm gonna give that beautiful camera back to America, and Marissa's gonna tell how was Riley's 21st birthday.
Well, it was pretty incredible, to be honest. 21st is a big deal, and I'm sure you all know, and what better place to spend it than in Las Vegas, celebrating with your first cocktail. But we had Riley here. We closed off this back room that we're doing the podcast in, and we were able to just, celebrate a super amazing day for her. So it was a big turnout. We had a lot of people show up, and then we proceeded a Riley cocktail, and 100% of the proceeds went back to Riley and Best Buddies for the Champion of the Year.
Yeah.
Lovely producer Anise. We're gonna be breaking for a commercial break, but when we come back, we will have our special guest, Mr. Harry Mong III, Senior Director for Special Olympics. We have some key questions to ask him about inclusion, how he became here. We have Paul Brooks, who was part of the Special Olympics, who also silver medal, Faison. Silver medal on the basketball team. Not bronze, not copper, silver. Silver.
He got to show me some skills.
You know what I mean? Because you do know how to ball. Yo, he got to show maybe both you and me some skills. But
Big deal.
we'll be back. Here's a word from our proud sponsor. We'll be back at 2 and 2. Thank you for your time. God bless you. Thank you for tuning back in to 702 Sports on the Sideline, produced and created by Creation for Cause and proud supporters of Best Buddies. You know, my friend here, you've seen on the show, Mr. Plasma Beat. Plasma Beat.
Hello, Al. It's been a while, but I had to come back on the show with my new mustache and hat, you know?
Yes, and hey, Pete, guess what? I heard that there's a beautiful lady in the audience.
What are you talking about, Al?
Yes, and you know what? She has a drink over here.
What?
Called the Fluffy Cowboy, and she's drinking. So she's enjoying it. She's enjoying the show. And let me get her name.
Oh, Al, do not talk to her. She is the queen. That is Disco Bala. Let's just not talk to her today. Maybe next time, Al.
Next time? Okay.
Maybe next time.
We will give an introduction from you to Disco Bala to America. But now, our special guests, very, very special guests, two men who have a lot of interest in this Vegas proud community. Mr. Harry Mong III and Mr. Paul Brooks.
Yeah!
Thank you very much. Thank you, Paul. Long time no see.
Yeah, I know, right? It's been a while, big dog.
Yeah. Let's get in here. Excusez-moi.
Faison coming in too, right?
Faison, got a mic right here.
Faison.
Come on in. The one interesting thing, Mr. Bong, I did some research on is that, first of all, you're a senior director.
Yep.
Not just a beginning director, not a middle director, senior director for Special Olympics out here in Nevada. And as I was doing my research last night, I did research for about an hour. You know what I mean? Just studying, as if I was taking an algebra quiz. Felt like I was in school, America. Because this gentleman just touched my heart. You know, he's a family man, right?
Yeah.
And you're from
Originally from Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
But moved out here in 2009.
Oh, okay.
And so been with Special Olympics since 2009. Married for 3 years. Have a
Amen.
about to have another baby.
Oh, wow.
Congrats.
God bless you, brother.
And I'm
God
done.
bless you.
I'm done after this.
That is so great. Me and him are both family men. We both have children. He's from back east. I'm from the Midwest. Like we told you, America, me and Faison from Chicago. Mr. Brooks is from Seattle. The battle in Seattle, right? Where the Huskies are still undefeated. Huskies undefeated. Seahawks is winning. So it's a party up there in Seattle. So 20 years of dedication. 20 years.
Yeah.
20 years of dedication to the Special Olympics. You can't get no bigger than that.
Yeah, 20 years dedication to those with intellectual disabilities.
Yes, sir.
You know, it was something that when I first got started, I literally thought I was applying for a camp with kids with ADD and all of that. And then when I showed up at the camp, there were kids with severe disabilities going on. And I mean, I needed a summer job, so I just stayed. And then it turned into 20 years of experience.
That's great. You see, when you find Harry Mong have something that we all have in life, and that's a passion for something. And when you have a passion for something, it turns into something beautiful. Like, I love sports, I love people, and I love the good Lord, and I love my family. And that platform has opened up just as Harry Mong. Harry Mong loves people, stayed with it, and now he's blessed with 20 years, not of dedication, but 20 years of love.
Yeah.
Can we give that? Can we give that? 20 years of inclusion, of including his life with people, of people who have needs, and needed somebody. And that's what Best Buddies is about. Being a buddy to someone who needs somebody. And that is what Harry Mond is. A buddy, a best buddy, a senior director. So, and uplifting people with intellectual disabilities. But I wrote down some of your 4 cornerstone programs. One is the Healthy Athletics Program. Can you please tell America about that, please?
Yes, our Healthy Athletes Program, we provide free preventative health screenings for those with intellectual disabilities. We recruit health professionals in 8 different disciplines to go through training. Wow. Special Olympics is one of the largest providers of training to health professionals on how to interact and communicate with individuals with intellectual disabilities. So throughout the community, I have connected with physical therapists, medical doctors, podiatrists, optometrists, audiologists to screen athletes in these different disciplines. You know, a lot of our athletes go to the doctors, and doctors talk to our athletes the way they talk to us. And sometimes our athletes can't understand that. What we do is we send medical professionals through trainings to learn how to communicate with those with intellectual disabilities, to help them feel comfortable with going to the doctor.
I guess that's a form of like interpretation, right?
Yeah.
You need somebody to interpretate, right, to the people, how to talk to the people.
But I think a misunderstanding also is that they think that our athletes need somebody beside them to always listen for them and speak for them. Our athletes have their own voice, so you don't need to talk to somebody beside them when it's regarding their health. So we are teaching medical professionals to talk directly to our athletes about what's going on with their health and letting our athletes make decisions for themselves.
Wow, giving people the empowerment. Giving people empowerment back to them, not losing that. That's so key. That just touched me right now. So one other is I like to talk about is Unified Champion School.
Yeah. So our Unified Champion Schools program is our schools program that basically is built on the foundation of Unified Sports. Unified Sports is putting those with and without disabilities on the same playing field. And so with our schools, we connect with school districts around the state, and we approach them with our program. We are a third party organization. It is not something that they have to do.
Okay.
But what we do is we promote inclusion on campus. We recruit student leaders who then advocate to have Special Olympics on their school's campus to engage the entire school. So our mission is to, one, create an inclusive opportunity for those with and without intellectual disabilities, make the whole school aware that they are a school that is supporting inclusion and making sure that this is fully led by students. We do need the support of admin at the school or on campus, but we want the students to be the ones that create the idea, carry out the idea, and promote it throughout the whole thing.
I like that. We just got that phase on in a nutshell. Unified Champion School. Who's gonna be the champion to take the reins to unify everybody? Right? We talk about students, getting the students involved to get other students involved to unify.
Yeah, so we look for
through inclusion.
We look for champion students, we look for champion teachers, and we look for them to not only do it for 1 year, but do it for multiple years, or as long as they are in school. We start as young as elementary, and we hope those kids who learn about Unified Champion Schools in elementary go to middle school and bring Unified Champion Schools, then go to high school, and then move on to college and do all of that. So the involvement of Special Olympics doesn't have to stop once you're out of school.
You're right.
Once you're out of school, you can go into our community sports, but we want to build it on the youth, because I think for me, when I was growing up, I didn't know much about those with intellectual disabilities, and I didn't know about Special Olympics until I started working here. Now I get to educate students as young as like 3rd grade about unified sports and inclusiveness, and so they get to take it on each year to the next grade until they graduate.
You know, that program, Mr. Paul Brooks, that program needs to be in every school.
Yes.
Every school. Every school needs to have the Unified Champion School, because it's teaching students to look out for other students and to look out for other students with intellectual disabilities. Oh wow! I'm just speechless. I mean, really, God bless you, Mr. Mom.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
I got. God bless you. God bless you. One more of the program I want to talk about is the community sports program, please.
Yeah, so our community sports program is an evening and weekend program. A lot of our athletes are adults, and they need something to do recreationally. So we provide trainings and sports competitions throughout the whole year. We have 7 sports down here in Southern Nevada, and 4 different seasons: winter, spring, summer, and fall. Okay. Another misconception that people always have is that Special Olympics is one big event once a year, and it's track and field. But we offer basketball, swimming, bocce, golf, unified flag football, bowling, and so we year-round. Our athletes are involved throughout the year. Paul does multiple sports throughout the year. Each one of our athletes that participate have to fill out a athlete application and get a physical, just so we know that they're capable, that there's no restrictions. We don't turn down anybody, but there could be health restrictions or physical restrictions that they can't participate, but we don't turn down anybody. And then we recruit volunteers to be coaches and help us with competitions and all of that throughout the year. Oh, wow. Yeah. One of the things that we say is athletes are why we exist, but volunteers are how we exist. Because I'm only one person, and I can't go to every training. I can't run every competition by myself. So volunteers are very needed in our community sports program.
Okay, last thing I want to talk about that really got me when I heard this from my editor, Mike, says that next year, Special Olympics, Mr. Monk is going to try to make Vegas strong a chapter.
Yeah.
Please tell me about that. I'm excited about
So
that.
for 20 years, Special Olympics Nevada has been known as Special Olympics Northern California and Nevada.
Okay.
They've been the only Special Olympics program that hasn't been on its own. So we hired an executive director in 2019, and his mission has been to get us independence. So starting January 1st, 2024, Special Olympics Nevada will be its own independent chapter.
Wow! Yeah!
The state will have its own Special Olympics chapter, and we can really say that Special Olympics Nevada money raised here stays here. We don't, we don't have to rely on anybody else. We're taking it on our own.
Okay. So like, how can people donate some bread to the foundation? You know what I'm saying? Because I want to start donating some bread. I'm tired of losing my money. I want to go ahead and just be part of it. I want to be included in it.
There's different ways. One, you could just sit here, write a check, and just mail us a check.
Beautiful.
Two, there is our website, sonv.org. Go to our website, click on donate. You can donate through there. Three, we have fundraising events throughout the year. Our key signature events are our Polar Plunge and Bowl for the Gold. Our Polar Plunge takes place in April. It's at Cowabunga Bay.
Okay.
Down in Henderson.
Yeah.
So if you got kids, you bring them out for the day.
I got kids.
If you want to just come out and just enjoy the water park for the day, you sign up, raise money, enter the park, and you can stay the whole day at the park. And then we have Bowl for the Gold. If you're into bowling,
we are.
We have a Bowl for the Gold fundraiser that has been held at Sunset Station Strike Zone Bowling Center.
Okay.
Team of 4, you get to bowl with an athlete, and you raise money to create a team, and then you just have 3 games of fun.
So we just got to look for Bowl for the Gold, right? And I can look you out and I can be there.
Yeah.
With Mr. Paul Brooks.
Yeah.
And Faison, we can bring the 702 crew
Yeah,
involved.
exactly.
Let's go.
And Polar Plunge.
Let's go.
There's different ways you can donate, but also while we love the money, donating your time is just as valuable too. So
Yes.
we appreciate that.
Yes. Mr. Paul Brooks, come on, talk to me.
Yes.
Talk to me. How have you been? And how did you get involved with the Special Olympics? You got the shirt, really nice polo shirt right there. When did you first get involved with Special Olympics? And let us know your journey, please.
So I started Special Olympics back in a unified program in middle school when I was 13 years old.
Program.
So I started playing basketball, and then my mom looked up when I was 14, looked up community there to see she wanted me for something to do for the weekend. We signed up for basketball, and then we did bowling, and then we did track. It's like, okay, let's go ahead and do that. So I started when I was 13, down ball in the community since I was 14. So I've been around for a while.
Okay.
So now I'm 30. Now I'm 30, and I'm helping out all the athletes and stuff like that. Special Olympics helped me out a lot, like understanding a lot the confidence within myself. Told me how to believe myself and the importance of inclusion, like you say now, and also what it means to be a champion. You know, I have like medals right now. I was in a show. I was in a show. I got my USA game medal on me. I got unified medals. I got all types of that.
Excuse me.
Look how pretty that thing is, Al.
Wow.
I know y'all wanted to see that.
Wow.
I know y'all wanted to see it.
I saw this game. I was there in person for this game.
Check that out.
And it was one of the best games I've ever seen in Special Olympics against the state of Indiana. Lost by 1, but at the end of the game, once the buzzer hit, everybody just forgot about the loss of the game.
We celebrated. It was like High School Musical. It was like High School Musical up in there. So unified medal and stuff like that. So I
want to commend him like they do in the British. Dong, 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 dong.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Paul Brooks, he was on the first episode, and I'm, really new to this, very new, and he taught me that word inclusion. And I was hearing it come out of his mouth, and it just sounds so beautiful, you know what I mean? I was like, what is this brother talking about, And then all of a sudden I said, what does that mean? And when he taught me that, what was he said? It leaves It's about inviting
Everybody.
Everybody. Vegas has so many people coming in and out, and I'm pretty much sure in the big cities like LA and Florida, there's lots of people everywhere. But to have inclusion in your heart is really, it's very special. You know what I mean? And me meeting you, knowing you have inclusion, guess what? If you was ever on the side of the road with a flat tire and I'm driving by you, I'm gonna stop on the road. That's Harry Mong. I need to include myself in his emergency. You know what I mean? Because he has taken his time. And Harry, you taught me one word. It ain't all about the money, Vegas, we always talk about. It's about what's in the heart. And Harry said one thing, and my mother always taught me this. Time is very valuable. You can't take it back. But when you take your time to help others, that's what's important. You know what I mean? Because anybody can give money, but are you going to give your precious time?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I want to thank you, because I will be involved with some of my time in the latter future. I will be, and we will be trying to get together to try to get so we can get to some schools that I know about. Don't want to say that, but there's something special that's churning in this head right here, right? About getting Mr. Mong in another program, Mr. Brooks, at a school near you, real soon, and it's going to be very touching. Mr. Faison, do you want to say something to these beautiful gentlemen right here?
Thankful that they came out.
Hey, amen to that.
I'm all about inclusion as well.
I appreciate
Amen
it,
to
man.
that.
Thank you.
Amen to that. And then we're going to take a slight break, and we'll be back in 2 and 2, still with our special guest, and we're going to talk some football, some NCAA football, and we will be back 2 and 2. Thank you for your time. Goodbye. Thank you so much for tuning back in to 702 Sports on the Sideline, produced and created by Creation for Cause, and proud supporters of Best Buddies. And yes, we have not the round table, but we have a table and a plethora of sports knowledge here. So, Mr. Mong, college football, do you follow that?
I do. I'm a big Penn State fan.
All right, and any lines?
The loss to Ohio State was not the greatest loss, but like they did not perform the way that they should have performed against them.
But you only have one loss.
Yeah,
and that's okay.
But in college football, one loss is detrimental to college football championship, aspirations.
You're right.
So every year when we run into Ohio State, if we get by them, then we got to worry about Michigan, and then
that's right.
if we don't get past Michigan, then our whole season is
So guess what? Let me get on the phone. Hold on a minute. Santa Claus? Yep. Okay. Penn State needs a win against Michigan. Okay.
Yeah. I've been calling Santa Claus for years.
But so America, we're gonna just see the classic matchup that Mr. Mong says hopes it can happen. That Penn State knocks off Michigan, right? And Ohio State loses to Michigan.
Yes.
You see how that goes?
Yes.
Table?
Yes.
Table.
Okay. So that's how that is how that could go. So Paul Brooks,
Yes.
you like Washington
And Alabama.
and Alabama
And Seahawks.
and Seahawks, but specify on one. Is it Michael Penix Jr. that's the front runner for Heisman?
Oh, yeah.
But
He's really good. Oh, my goodness. Turned that program around.
UW, Michael Penix Jr. Big upset against Oregon. He's the front runner. Knocked out Bo Nix. He's not even in the mix no more.
Oh, yeah.
Nix not in the mix for Heisman. Yeah, and Khalid Williams out.
Yes.
So that is key right now as we're talking about that. You want to say anything about your Seattle Seahawks?
Well, one thing I noticed past couple weeks with the Seahawks is their defense.
Yes.
Their defense has been really good. Everyone's back healthy. You got that rising star Devin Witherspoon is really good right now. Jamal Adams is back healthy. Now the offense is not really there yet though. It's starting to click a little bit more, but it's not there. But the defense, man, I'm telling you, watch out for Seattle's defense. They're very good this year. So when the offense comes, Seattle's gonna be a pretty dangerous squad. So I'm very excited for the future of what Seattle's gonna bring.
Great. Miss Marissa, we're talking about your team. Who is it? What we're talking about?
It's the Knights. the Golden
VGK,
Knights.
baby. Yeah, baby. 7-0. Looking good and healthy. And hopefully we'll see Miss Marissa at a Knights game.
Yeah, we're going for that Stanley Cup back to back.
Yes. Yes, we need to put that in the check. Roads to glory. We already got the Aces check, right?
Yep.
Now we got to go ahead and get the Knights check. And we just asking the Raiders, can you just get into the playoffs, please? Just get into the playoffs. We're not putting the bar high for the Raiders. We're not. Josh McDaniels, what, first year, second year? Second year. Right? So, and the quarterback, Jimmy G, I say G-string. Because he's flimsy like a Jimmy G. You know what I mean? So, I apologize for that. You know, I've always called him that because he stays hurt. You know what I mean? So,
He's hurt.
Mr. Marlos, what is it that stands out for you in college football or any sport?
What stood out for me was all the major upsets this weekend, bro. Like, everybody was getting whooped in the NFL. Like, all the favorites got smashed. Like, it was
In the NFL?
ridiculous in the NFL.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier. We did talk about that. Mr. Faison.
I say the Bills.
The Bills, the upset.
That was devastating.
And here it is. They got a Thursday night game at home versus the Bucks. And I told myself on Sunday, I'm not putting no more money on the Bills. After you lose to the Patriots, never no more. But guess what? It's calling me. It's calling me. It's calling me. It's calling me right now. I might have to do that. But look, I want to just run down some college football stuff that took some time out to do. This segment's called Taking Care of Business. Working every day. Taking care of business. So here it is. In NCAA, the teams that's been taking care of business in October was Oklahoma, who's undefeated. Ohio State. Okay. Oklahoma had the big signature win against Texas. Ohio State had the big win against Penn State. Sorry about that, Mr. Mong.
Sorry.
Okay. Michigan, Georgia. But the grand finale thing I'm so proud about is Rebels. They are going bowling. They beat Colorado State to get into the bowl game. Again, America, my son's architecture major, senior year at UNLV. I will be on that campus shooting a show from there real soon. In red and black and silver. So, here it is, Alabama.
Yes.
Mr. Paul Brooks' team.
Yes.
Taking care of business in October.
Yes.
They beat Tennessee and Texas A&M. 2 big signature wins. And Washington.
Yes.
UW.
Yep.
Beating Oregon, staying undefeated, taking care of business. The 2 teams that haven't been taking care of business is USC. 2 losses. Lost to Notre Dame, lost to Utah. And Notre Dame losing to Louisville and Ohio State. Those major losses right there are 9 out of 10. They're not going to be in the college football playoff dance. You know what I mean? You know, let alone Khalid Williams with all the interceptions that he saw. Hey, he won the Heisman last year. You know what I mean? So, you know, the road was going to be pretty hard to go. He had to have a near perfect season. You know what I mean? To do that. The last person that won back-to-back Heisman was my man. I'm a Gator fan. What is he? Tebow. I am a Gator fan. Since '93, I bleed Gator blue.
Well, I mean, the Gators are, since I only followed them up until the Urban Meyer days. And after that, they kind of just went on and off. And,
Yes.
Steve Spurrier, I grew up during the Steve Spurrier
Oh,
days.
that's right. That's right.
So, but that documentary that they had on Netflix was good.
I got to check that. Well, what is it?
It's called Untold: The Swamp Kings. And
Oh my gosh, Harry Mong, thank you so much. He has put some Gator history. Netflix, called again?
Swamp Kings.
Swamp Kings. I will be looking at that tonight and thinking about you every second of that. Mr. Faison, would you be looking at Swamp Kings?
Yes, I will. I'll be watching
Mr.
tonight.
Marlos, can you look at that for your brother?
Absolutely.
Mr. Brooks?
Yes, I can.
And get some of that rich Gator tradition. Because you know what they say, if you're not a Gator fan, you're Gator bait. So other than that, I just want to thank everybody here. Inclusion. This is inclusion. This is Harry Mong, Senior Director of Special Olympics, taking out his time to include us in what he's doing, what he's built his life around. Faison, my cousin, inclusion. Marlos, I've known for 4 or 5 years, inclusion. Miss Marissa, beautiful establishment here. Come down here on First Fridays. I think she said you can get is it a 2-for-1 or is it 20%? What is it?
What are you talking about? Yeah. What are you saying? Yeah.
You were saying something about
We do have free beer at midnight on First Fridays. So it's called Hold It Till It Hurts. So it means if anyone leaves or pees, the free beer is done.
I like that. If you leave or pee. I love it. I can't be here because once I crack my cork, it's over.
Watch that seal, baby. Watch that seal.
So I won't be down there for that. Mr. Brooks, thank you so much.
Anytime, big guy.
Thank you so much.
Man.
Check out these medals again. Look at this beautifulness right here.
Yes.
This is inclusion. This right here. Love it. Special Olympics silver medal.
Yeah.
Who could go out there and get a silver? Not me. Not at 53. So to America, I want to say thank you again. This is the special Halloween show. You will not see me in a costume probably till next year. Thank goodness. Okay, so other than that, take care. God bless.
That was awkward.